This is Mellissa Thomas, Florida National News. We're coming to you from the Lowe's Hotel in Miami Beach for the American Black Film Festival. We're here today to interview Trayvon Martin's parents, Tracy Martin and Sybrina Fulton. So stay here, right here, for a full interview at FloridaNationalNews.com. News here with Tracy Martin and Sybrina Fulton, the parents of Trayvon Martin, here to talk about Rest in Power, the docuseries that, of course, honors their son, Trayvon Martin. So thank you guys for being here. I know it's been quite a journey. The first question I wanted to ask you is, obviously, in light of Trayvon Martin's death, you guys started the Trayvon Martin Foundation. What strides have you guys seen in these last 6 years?
Well, we have been working with the youth program, which is very good, a youth mentoring program that we have. Every year we do a huge summit where we have anywhere from 600 to 1,200 kids that come out, and we talk about social media, we talk about racial profiling, we talk about communicating with the police officers, we talk about different things, suicide, self-esteem. We talk about those things that the kids, your youth, are interested in talking about. So those things, they're not so interested in politics, though they are interested in those things. So we do that. We have a circle of mothers where we target healing our mothers, empowering our mothers, educating our mothers. Tracy has the circle of fathers. We just, trying to do just little things just so we can help the community. We also speak about voters registration. We speak about jury duty and things like that. So it's important that, we just make sure that we're staying active in our community.
All right, and real quick for you, Tracy, I know back in the previous administration, former President Obama had mentioned how he kind of identified with Trayvon and how he was profiled as well. So given that you do head up the Circle of Fathers, kind of speak to the significance of the role of fathers in the lives of these young men.
It's very important for us to stay engaged in our young men's lives. What better role model for your child to have than a father? And I can't say it enough. We all speak to, we love our athletes, our entertainers, but your role model should be someone that you're around every day. And so just staying in our young men's lives are real important. I think the disconnect that we have with our young men is when we encounter fatherless homes. Many of us don't realize the impact that it has on our young men, and so by fathers being absent from the young men lives, it creates friction between them, and so later on down the line, there's a resentment towards the father later on in life, and so it's real important that we just stay engaged in our and raise our young men to be men, and so that's huge, and that's some of the things that the Circle of Fathers do, speaking on just keeping them engaged, because not only does it have an impact on the kids' lives, just not being around with them, it hurts their education, it hurts their mental stability, and so absent fathers from the homes, it's important that we get back into the homes and get back on track.
And lastly, given how strident this topic is there anything that you feel that the audience or other viewers out there, do you feel that there's something that's being overlooked or not being discussed? Is there anything that you guys want to share with our audience that perhaps isn't being talked about in the media often enough?
One of the things that's not talked about often enough is people participating and doing their part. It's one thing to just like something or to share something on social media. It's another thing. We had a gun buyback this morning, and during the time that I was there, we collected about 3 AK-47s and a couple of rifles. So that's very important that we try to get these guns off the street. So we just got to make sure that we're participating and doing our part. And a lot of people are saying that they support these social justice organizations, but they really don't. By supporting them, meaning you are participating, you're doing something to contribute. It's an action word. It's no longer you staying at home and just liking something and just sharing it on social media. You got to do a little more than that.
All right, thank you both for your time and for your continued work in the social justice area. Appreciate it. As we just heard from Trayvon Martin's parents, they're here to promote Rest in Power, the 6-episode docuseries that honors their son. We heard them. They briefly talked about the importance of the Trayvon Martin Foundation, the strides that foundation has made in the 6 years since Trayvon Martin's death. And of course, the Circle of Mothers and Circle of Fathers. We spoke a little bit about both of those. But stay tuned for more developments on the Trayvon Martin Foundation and more in our Black Lives section at FloridaNationalNews.com. And if you want to get involved with the Trayvon Martin Foundation, just visit their website, TrayvonMartinFoundation.org. That's Trayvon, Trayvon. All right? This is Mellissa Thomas coming to you from Miami Beach.